Okay, folks, so in this second video, I'm going to look at a bit more detail of the kind of questions you get for these binomial expansions. I'm just going to go through the example on page 17 of the book so you can compare this video to your textbook as well, all right? In this question here, where you have two terms here, we've got 1 plus x to the power 6, and then we have, excuse my handwriting, 1 minus x to the power 6, okay? And we're asked to show that the two of these equal to this. Now, we could do this all out by hand. X, or 1 plus x by 1 plus x by 1 plus x 6 times. It would take forever. So that's why we're using our binomial expansion theorem, okay? So we're going to do this separately for the two. Remember, as I said in my previous video, the 1 here is the x part of your formula, and the x here is the y part of your formula. In other words, the first term in the bracket is x, and the second term in the bracket is y. So starting off with our first one, we have 1 plus x is equal to, n is 6 because that's our highest power. And this is 1 to the power 6 plus 6 over 1 times 1 to the power 5 times x, 6 over 2 by 1 to the power 4 by x squared plus 6 over 6c3 by 1 to the power 3 by x to the power 3, 6c4 by 1 to the power of 2 by x to the power 4, 6c5, 1 by x to the power 5, 6c6 by x to the power 6. Alright? So, going through these. 6c0 is 1 by 1 is 1 plus 6 times 1 to the power 5, which is still 1 to 6, so that's 6x plus 6c2 is 3, 15. So that's 15x squared plus 20x cubed plus 15x to the power 4 plus 6 by x to the power 5 plus x to the power 6. So there's our first term done. Now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Okay, 1 minus x to the power 6. And I am going to put the minus x in brackets. It's just to help reduce the risk of a sign error. Okay, it's a really simple trick that helps us avoid these sign errors that we can get when we have powers to negative values. Okay. Okay, I hope that stays in front. I think it is, okay? So yeah, again, this is all 1 plus 6 times minus x is minus 6x. All right, now 6c2 was 15. Minus x by minus x is plus x squared. So this is plus 15x squared. Okay, and then 6c3 is 20, I think, yeah, 20. Okay, now minus x by minus x is x plus x squared by minus x is minus x cubed by 20. That's minus 20x cubed. Remember, if I have a negative integer or a term or whatever to a power, if the power is an even number, it's always positive. If the power is an odd number, it's always negative. Okay? And then we have, so this is an even numbered power, so that's going to be positive, plus 15x to the power of 4 minus 6x to the power of 5 plus x to the power of 6. So we now have our two terms, but we are asked to add them. All right? So we have to add these two results. So this and this. So we'll start off, well, 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay? Now, we have 6x minus 6x, so that's gone. Okay? And then we've got 15x squared plus 15x squared is plus 30x squared. All right? We have plus 20x cubed minus 20x cubed is gone. And then plus 15 by x to the power of 4. And another 15x to the power of 4 is 30x to the power of 4. These cancel because we have a plus and a minus. And then we have 2x to the power of 6, which as we can see is equal to what we were shown here at the start. Now another thing that they could ask us to do, and they do in this example, is hence evaluate 1 plus root 2 to the power of 6 plus 1 minus root 2 to the power of 6. Okay? Well, this is actually fairly straightforward because all we need to do now is sub in root 2 for x. All right? And that's all. So you'd let root 2 equal to x on both sides. All right? But anyway, we sub them in, so we're going to have 2 plus 30 by root 2 squared plus 30 by root 2 to the power of 4 plus 2 by root 2 to the power of 6. Okay? Well, root 2 squared is just 2. Okay? Root 2 to the power of 4 is the same as root 2 squared by root 2 squared, which you said is 2, so that's going to be 4. And then the same thing going to be here, so that's going to be 8, because it's 2 by 2 is 4 by 2 is 8. Alright, so that's going to be 2 plus 60 plus 120 plus 16, 108, 106, so 160, 90, 198. And that's how you do it, okay? So, fairly straightforward. I know it looks like a lot, but it is fairly straightforward. So, step 1, we do each term separately using our binomial expansions, and we get our 1, 2 answers. They've asked us to add it. There's a plus symbol here, so we're just adding the 2 lines. Now, if you've done it out like I have here, it actually works out really easily because where we have terms of the same power, they're kind of lining up in columns, and then you're just checking, do I have a positive and negative that cancel? And once you have that done, you're left with this. And then for the last bit, hence evaluate. It was 1 plus x to the power of 6, 1 minus x to the power of 6. It's now 1 plus root 2 to the power of 6, 1 minus root 2 to the power of 6. So our x's have changed to root 2's. So we just change our x's to root 2's and solve. So I hope this helps clear things up. I hope you understand it well. And talk to you soon.